talk about unlucky 13. This number is considered unlucky in several countries, especially in the US, where our buildings will typically skip the 13th floor. The fear of the number 13 even has a specifically recognized phobia, triskaidekaphobia, a word first recorded in 1911. The superstitious sufferers of triskaidekaphobia, say that 3 times fast, try to avoid bad luck by keeping away from anything numbered or labeled 13. As a result, companies and manufacturers will typically use another way of numbering or labeling to avoid the number, especially in hotels and tall buildings. And I was today years old when I figured out it's also unlucky to have 13 guests at a table. Friday the 13th has been considered an unlucky day, which I feel like most of us know. I mean, there's movies and everything, so I feel like that's something that everybody knows, but the 1300 guests didn't know. There are a number of theories as to why the number 13 became associated with bad luck, but it's probably due to a combination of historical, religious, and numerological reasons, including the Last Supper, where there were 13 guests, and in Norse mythology, where the 13th god brought chaos. So a year with 13 full moons instead of 12 also posed problems for monks in charge of the calendars. They considered it pretty unlucky because it upset a regular arrangement of the church festivals. So for this reason, 13 came to be considered an unlucky number. But in some Asian countries, it's actually the number 4 that's avoided, and it's considered unlucky because the pronunciation is a homophone for the word death in languages like Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese, and Vietnamese. This superstition, known as tetraphobia, leads to the number being avoided in situations like building floors, phone numbers, and wedding gifts. So in those Asian countries, much like our country, they avoid the 4th floor, and then here we avoid the 13th floor, just because people think it's unlucky. So do you feel like the number 13 or the number 4 is unlucky? Taylor Swift thinks 13 is very lucky, and I actually do too. I've had 13 as like my lucky number before, so tell me what you think in the comments below.